Scotch Test Dummies coming to you with Crown Royal Noble Collection Cornerstone, right?
Noble Collection.
Cornerstone blend. It's in this beautiful, like purple, yet flat, yet touchable
It's almost like my shirt.
case. It is. It fits. I've got El Guapo.
El Guapo
hasn't been around
rides
for a
again.
while. Yeah, El Guapo's been gone. So,
Did you say test it?
tested! See, this is when we're a few episodes deep. So, we get a little silly. Let's get this out of the way. The thing fell in there.
Ironically, again, I do not have notes. I know I have tasted this.
But you have a system.
I can tell you.
You have a system. How do you know you've tasted it?
Because I remember having it, and I remember tasting it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good enough for me.
Now, you know the story, though, of the Cornerstone blend.
You know what?
Noble Collection.
I knew it at one point in time. I knew it had something to do with a rail car, and that they distilled this. There's a whole marketing thing on here about it came from this and this and this, and then they put it on a rail car and they moved it around to keep it safe.
Yeah.
And he's yelling out, safe from what?
That doesn't sound too safe to me.
No, it sounds less safe on a rail car moving it around. And then they say in case the distillery were to like burn down or something, that this would be safe.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of burning. Now they did have one area. There was one deal up north though that burned, right? Didn't they have something burned down like years ago? Surely.
I don't know.
Okay.
And don't call me Shirley.
Okay, sorry. But they kept it safe on a rail car because rail cars never burn.
Never burn, never derail.
Get stolen.
Never
leak.
Train robbery.
Leakage.
Train robbers.
Great Canadian train robbery happens. So, this has been kept safe and moved around.
This was a blend from 3 of their whiskeys, though. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. They get into some of the...
from the Gimli distillery.
Right.
And it's not Gimli, Lord of the Rings.
They're from the heart of the Crown Royal Fine Deluxe, a spicy Canadian rye, a creamy whiskey from our unique coffee still, and a soft, sweet Canadian whiskey matured in charred American white oak. These Cornerstone whiskeys are so essential to Crown Royal, we kept this whiskey in a special rail car, and then it goes on about how they moved it around, da-da-da-da-da. Marketing to me. How does it nose?
What was our bag like that came with this bottle?
The bag is a purple bag. We do. It's a purple bag, and it seems a little finer.
A little different material?
It seems like it's... This is pure felt, is what that is. It's a felt feeling, not just cloth, but it feels like felt. And it peels a little fancier. How about the cap? We talk about the cap.
I like the cap.
The cap is not as heavy as I would expect. It's a full cork. It looks like it's wood, which is nice, but I like a heavier cap.
It not only looks like it's wood, but I think it is wood.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes there's faux wood.
That is true.
It does look like real wood, but who knows? But it's not that heavy. That's what throws me. So on the nose, what do you get?
I'm getting a sweet, a perfumey.
Yes.
There is a little bit of maple in there.
Huh. I don't get that. I get floral. I'm trying.
And perfumey, it's almost like a woman's citrus.
Hoo-ah!
Perfume.
Scent of a woman.
Scent of a woman.
Hoo-ah! Remember Al Pacino? Hoo-ah!
I might let my wife put some of that on.
Could I say hoo-ah one more time?
Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah! He says it like that, though. That's a good movie if you haven't seen it.
I don't remember watching that one, actually.
Well, you would. It's a classic.
Is it like Quigley Down Under?
Almost as good. All I have is floral. Maybe a vanilla undertone. Maybe a little bit of root beer barrel.
Root beer barrel?
Yes. Notice how that rolled?
I wanted to make sure that was what I heard.
You heard it.
I did just get a sweetness, a scent, something sweet.
Root beer barrel. So we're going to try it neat. Wow.
And I'm hazarding a guess. We are at 40%. We did not write it on the board.
We did.
No. 40.3% alcohol.
Good to know.
So it is a little bit higher than most of the other Crown releases.
0.3. On the taste, spicy, some ginger, vanilla. It's very creamy. It's very creamy. It's kind of got that clean crispness that you would expect from a Crown. Nothing here surprising me, but I'm going to go with 2 drops of water. What say you?
Well, yeah, creamy, oakiness. I don't know about. Did you say a spiciness?
Yep, a little spicy ginger. The nose
It's-
hasn't changed for me.
I can tell you why I didn't take notes. I think on this because it was fairly uneventful for me. To me, it tastes like Crown Royal with a splash of a heavier whiskey in it.
Like a rye?
Maybe. Like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
there
just
are
like
a
a
lot of
splash. Like
ryes
it's
in
like you
Crown.
take a glass and you pour this much Crown in it, and then you just a little dash of something stronger or with more flavor in it.
The spiciness I'm
It's-
getting, I suspect, is a little bit higher rye in the mash bill, maybe. I don't know. I know there's a lot of like winter ryes and things in Crown.
One of the 3 whiskeys was a rye, wasn't it?
You know,
There was the coffee still. There was a rye.
yeah, there's a
Yep.
Canadian rye.
Crown
You're
Royal
right. A
Fine
spicy,
Deluxe.
wow,
A
a spicy
spicy
Canadian
Canadian
rye,
rye.
a creamy whiskey from a unique coffee still, and a soft, sweet Canadian whiskey matured in charred American oak. So there you go. I'm definitely getting that rye note in there. That's, I gotta assume, the spicy ginger. You know, I've heard a lot of people just going on about this, but here's where Crown pales for me a little bit. It's almost a little bit too,
Pedestrian.
yes, a little bit too much, too light almost. I mean, although there's some flavor notes here, maybe it's us as we continue down our whiskey journey, but I like something that stands up and shouts, "Here I am." And this is more like a, "Hey, I'm over here."
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Try to distinguish yourself. Try to stand out. Stand above the rest of the crowd. And this is merely mingling in the crowd, I feel.
It's
not bad.
I
It's
know,
good. It's smooth.
Yes.
It's creamy.
Characteristically smooth from
Mm-hmm.
Crown Royal. You would expect it to be smooth. You would expect it to be creamy. It adds in a little bit of that rye bite. And then that's about it.
Now, let's just mention real quick also, this was purchased with funds
Yes.
that we made from YouTube.
Yes. Yep. It was our
And-
first YouTube funds whiskey purchase.
We bought the Lagavulin Distillers Edition
True.
and the Crown Royal Noble Collection Cornerstone blend.
Right. The funny part is it took us like
Now,
2.5 years to
What
get
was
$100.
well, we'll get into the is it worth it? Yeah, it took us a while.
You're not going to get rich on
It's coming
YouTube ad sales.
This is a lower score for me.
I'm going to show you what I got because I watched you write your score.
Yeah, 85.
85 is what I wrote down.
I feel like I'm being mean, but I mean it's not bad. It's
No.
smooth. It's
Yeah.
just it's mild. It's mellow. It's just it misses the mark, I think.
I'm with you. I felt like, why am I writing 85? I mean, it's got some characteristic to it. It's got some subtleties, but that's the problem. Everything in it feels subtle to me.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a subtle rye. It feels like maybe a subtle bourbon's in there with the sweetness. It's soft. It's rounded. I mean, if I had a brand new whiskey person here, maybe a lady, I would be like, try this, and and see if you can pick up some of the subtleties. It just seems too soft to me.
For the money, though, I don't think you'd keep it around for that. So let's get into that. Is it worth it?
How much
Now,
was it again?
do you
I don't
remember?
I don't. It was 50.
No, it was, I want to say 65 to 75 range.
God almighty.
Yeah.
For the case, looks pretty. No, it's not worth it. It's just
I
not.
don't think so either.
The Northern Harvest Rye is $20. It's a little rougher, but that's what I like about the Northern Harvest Rye. It's a rye that punches you around a little bit. It stands out. It stands different. And then it says, hello, I'm $20. This says, hey, I'm super fancy, and you're going to pay a little more for me, and there you go.
Yeah.
That's where I come in.
5 years from now, if you don't buy this and don't try it, you will never regret it. You'll never look back and say, man, I wish I would have tried that Cornerstone.
I missed out.
I missed out.
I missed
the bus on that one.
And dang it all to Hades.
And it's kind of weird because, like I say, it's a good whiskey. It's smooth. It's mellow. It's got good flavor. It's just seems.
Yeah, this is not something you would. Again, you can do whatever you want with your whiskey, but this isn't anything you would throw in a Coke or anything. But it's so subtle, God, that it just kind of lays there, and it doesn't.
There is a little bit of rye. I'm getting a little bit of rye now with some water and with some thyme.
Right. Yeah.
But
it doesn't. It doesn't really distinguish itself.
No.
And we like Crown Royal, so I'm with you. I kind of felt the same way. That's why I wanted to show you the score, and I wanted to keep that secret from you until you scored it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like this just falls a little flat for me.
Yeah.
But I felt a little mean at the same time. I mean, it's bad to say mean. A score is what it is. We don't care what Crown thinks of us. We just give it a straight score. I got to admit, though, I think where I was a little bit down was I maybe when I went into this expecting a little more, and I think I fell for some of this smooth packaging. I really did.
Well, I would choose. To me, I know you like the Northern Harvest rye.
I call it the NHL.
And it's okay, but to me, my favorite has still been the
okay.
single barrel, the Crown Royal single barrel, which I would still pick up any day.
Well, we did a shootout, and I'm with you. The single barrel did rise above on that one. So,
Well,
Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.